So guys, I'm going to be showing you how to go ahead and craft the very best weapon here inside of the Forge on Roblox, as well as some other lower tier weapons. So overall, this video is going to be pretty comprehensive and show you basically everything you need to know when it comes to crafting these weapons. Now, I have been working on this video for a bit of time because I want to get a really good weapon and show you guys how you guys can do it for yourself. So I have gotten a pretty good weapon. Obviously, there is a better weapon out there, which I will show you how to get that as well. I just haven't gotten the resources to do it yet. But yeah, let's go ahead and get in the video. Anyways, guys, before I get into this video, if you want to have a chance to be entered in my Game Pass giveaway, all you guys need to do is leave a like on this video, comment your username down below, and make sure you hype the video as you can see on screen. Make sure you guys go ahead and do that, and you guys will be entered. On screen are a couple winners from our last videos, so make sure you do enter up. You guys have 7 days to enter. Anyways, let's get back in the video. Alrighty, so if we head over to the Forge, there's a couple of different weapons that we actually want to aim for specifically when we're making a sword. Now, I will show you the ores and how to get them as well for this, but I first want to show you the ores or the swords we're aiming for. So we're aiming for any of these spears. So they can be trident, spear, or the angelic spear. Now, your main target is going to be the angelic spear. It has the fastest attack speed and it does a ton of damage, and it overall is the best. I'm telling you, this is what you're aiming for if you can get this. However, it is kind of weird. This is what you're usually going to get. Sometimes you'll get the trident, and I haven't gotten an angelic spear so far. So yeah, I'll show you what recipes I'm using and all of that here in a second. But again, make sure you know that you're targeting the angelic spear. All right, so here are the items that I like to use, and this is what I used to build this one right. The very first item that I actually used to build this was the etherealite. So if we head up to this area, now I know some of these resources are a little bit more expensive, but I feel like if you get the prismatic pickaxe with 2 luck runes, 2 mind power runes, you should have a pretty easy go at it. It only took me maybe an hour or 2 to get this, so it just depends on what you're doing. But head over here, and this is where you're going to want to be mining. I believe if we go into the index, you'll see that the etherealite is going to be found in large ice rocks or floating crystals. Now, the next ore I used was this one right here. Now, you can trade this out for something different because this is really hard to get, but you guys can get small ice crystals, medium ice crystals, large ice crystals, and floating ice crystals. So I use these 2 ores right here, and then I used the void star. So we're gonna have medium ice crystals, large ice crystals, and floating crystals. So basically, if you farm this entire area, you should have a pretty easy go at it. Then there was one more that I used. I believe it was the eyesight, which you can get pretty easily anywhere. Let me find it. Even though it's a mythic, this one is pretty freaking easy to get, and you get this from icy rock, icy boulder, small ice crystal, medium ice crystal, or large ice crystal. So basically, if you mine up here and just rotate around, you can pretty much get them anywhere from just being up here. So you guys probably know the rotation strat to basically farming all these ores. I'm going to assume that you do before I show you what the strategy is for this. So I did use this though to get a bunch of other weapons very similar to it. So we have this one right here, and I'll show you some other recipes. These are some easier recipes to get. However, obviously they don't do as much attack damage, but they still have a pretty good attack speed. And they do have a bunch of different abilities on it, like the slow attack speed, the critical damage, the critical chance increase. You do lose some vitality, but you also are able to free stuff. So I'll show you how I crafted these ones as well, if you're wondering. Obviously these aren't enhanced at all, so if I go down and enhance them, they'll probably do a lot more damage, and I'll show you how to craft all of these here in a second. I just want to kind of show you, this is the rune master, to into the wrong thing. I'll kind of show you how to do all of these because genuinely all of these are pretty broken, and some of these are for easier lower levels. We head over to this one right here and we enhance this. This should be a pretty heavy damage one overall. Let's enhance going. Probably will only be around 200. So boom, yeah. Trident level 6. I don't have the legendary yet, but yeah, you can see 193 damage on this, and you can put 2 runes as well, which is going to potentially deal even more damage, which is pretty nice. So let's show you how you can go ahead and craft these inside of the game. So we're gonna head over to the Forge, and you need to note that to get the spear, the highest chance at least, you're going to need to put in 16 total items. So what I like to do is I like to spread it out. I put 4 here, 4 here, 4 here, and 4 here. So for the very first recipe that I made, the current one I'm using, I used 4 void star, I used 4 etherealite like this, and then I also used 4 eyesight, and then I used 4 of these surfall, whatever these are, but obviously I don't have it. And my goal is to get the angelic spear, but I still haven't gotten it. That one is the best on the freaking market if you want to make a ton of stuff. Now, for my other swords that I made, I did take out the starflight because I realized that it's pretty hard for most people to get, considering it's like a 1 in 50,000 chance. And I went ahead and put in some snowite, which obviously is going to take the multiplier down on your thing to 9.9, so it's not insanely good in that regard. But as you can see, we have a 69% chance to get a spear, and then you have a 1/8 chance out of that 69 chance to go ahead and get angelic spear. So that is something to know, obviously, but the angelic spear is definitely the best. Now, these swords do a ton of damage, so obviously this one does like 200. Now, what I recommend is putting the drain edge mutation on it. Now, the annoying thing about this one is I can only level this one up to level 5, which is why I'm trying to get the angelic one, so I can only put 1 drain edge rune on this sword, which is kind of the problem I have right now, and that's why I'm trying to get the angelic one, because the legendary essence doesn't exist yet in the Forge, if you didn't know that, so you can't actually get past level 6 on this, which is kind of annoying. But as you can see, we are doing doing a butt ton of damage to the common orc, and we're also healing while we're doing it. And we also have that chance, as you can see, to freeze them just like that, and then they can't move or do anything. This makes farming them a lot easier. And I don't even have that good of armor. I have like decent armor, but again, it's not super good. I still need to work on getting way better armor. These don't even have runes on them for the most part. So yeah, genuinely pretty broken stuff. One thing I want to check really quickly is how much damage this does. I don't know if the boss is open, so I may not do the boss, but it does a lot of damage. I mean, this weapon also just has a really cool look to it. 12 minutes left. Can we just, yeah, we can't join the lobby as lot. Yeah, you guys can see though, this is a pretty broken weapon. Obviously it's not one tap. The angelic is way close to a one tap. And if you were able to enhance even more, but you know, it does 200 damage. So genuinely broken stuff here. We're healing up. They can't really kill us. So we can really just run around, farm a bunch of essences to make a ton of money. So yeah, that is the best method, I would say, to crafting the best sword inside of the Forge. If you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. It does help the channel out a ton. We are on the road to 250,000 subscribers, so it would mean a lot if you guys did go ahead and smash a like and subscribe on the video. Make sure too that you enter in the giveaway. That is going to end in 7 days, so make sure you do hop into that giveaway, and I will see you guys in the next video.